All right, and we back. We back. My bad, y'all. Just a little quick delay and stuff like that, but we gonna get into some music for a little minute. And when they practice racism, we practice racism. We got a great system. When they practice racism, we practice racism. We got a great system. We ain't like that now. When they practice racism, we practice racism. We got a great system. Yeah, but you gotta tell your son when he's 6. He don't need ops getting done for the mix. See, I love the boy and I put no damn world in his hands. And his cowboys over there got real hate for the man. And 90 nothing to hate on. 24 we can't get along. Old ass game baby grandparents, they ain't get it wrong. Can we all just get along? Share space like a state name. Boy gon' die one day. Accepted that when I was 18. Oh, I gotta be that now. Why you gotta be that wild? Tripping off on a moon day. You know that's gonna come back around. You know I love you straight to hell, right? I'ma say what I feel like. You know the whole music industry ain't shit unless it's kills, right? You niggas need a whole sweat lodge. They acting like I went and met God. Said something real simple. Wanna violate the tempo. Say that shit for the hoes, man. Why you two with the bros, man? What about the whole family? Let me show you what it can be. Native land. When they practice racism, we practice racism. We got a great system. When they practice racism, we practice racism. We got a great system. We ain't like that now. When they practice racism, we practice racism. We got a great system. Yeah. See my daughter hate. To keep it real, I can't be sort of fake. And if I use my time to make up my mind, what can I make? I gotta get them tools. You know that shit was really real in school. And all the time we get to get back some crumbs. That shit is ruled by a couple people covering their tracks. Run that shit back. Make sure you pay what you owe. And we'll seal the deal. Exposing all the insecurities that you ain't sitting back to heal. Blocking me. Well, you know this track is worth a fucking $1,000,000. I ain't paying. Give me my guava, nigga. Think you a scholar, nigga. Uchi walla, nigga. And we grown adults. I ain't playing around with no Tyler, nigga. Let's make the earth quake. No, I ain't Tyler, nigga. And you will have grace. Long as you solid, nigga. And we inflame your ass. But consider yourself initiated. You are now stepped in the zone of the motherfucking greatest. And they practice racism. We practice racism. We practice racism. When they practice racism, we practice racism. We practice racism. And they practice racism. We practice racism. We practice racism. When they practice racism, we practice racism. We practice racism. When they practice racism. Hey, when they practice racism. Hey, when they practice racism, we practice racism. And niggas don't know about that racism. Shape you up. Stay in touch. They really suck. They don't want to change. What the fuck? What the fuck? You got to change in life sometimes. Because change will kind of keep you stuck, keep your ass tight. You know what I'm saying? Keep your feelings tight. You got to be able to adapt. You got to be able to go beyond your means. Not your means because y'all start thinking about money about that, but you know, um, when I say that, I always speak from a spiritual perspective. So that's how a lot of things sometimes I may say get lost in translation, especially when I'm speaking to other people and stuff like that. But means is just something that has meaning to you, and that which have meaning to you can become matter, right? And it can matter. So what I'm saying, you can build a lot of thoughts and feelings that equal as blood flow in that area that come as things that mean a lot. And so you'll be only circling or cycling within that meaning system and stuff like that. So you got to watch what you value, right? Because what you value does mean shit to you, right? It mean a lot. It's you, that's what you're giving your credence to. And we gonna talk about a little bit about credence and stuff like that too, and creatures and creations and stuff like that too, because this is essentially um what niggas need to kind of pay attention to. You know what I'm saying, when it comes to this topic tonight. But like I said, you always want to be in a spot where you're knowing what you're giving meaning to, because that meaning is going to turn it to matter. And once that turns to matter, this is how you can get trapped. So, and sometimes it's good traps, and sometimes it's negative traps. Good traps would be like things that keep you into things that are like security, um but not in a way where it look like security. And most people in the world, if they just had common sense, can point you out as negative or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Because you're being negative, but you giving a lot of meaning to something that's negative or something like that. You know what I'm saying? So behind closed doors, any average person, whatever. So you can just develop. So we got people developing weird concepts in the world right now, as far as like you know a lot of these people that's in power and stuff like that, they develop weird concepts to kind of to kind of cope with them not being all right. So they got to make up concepts like they're robots or something like that. And it's the robot race, and this what we're going to. And and their concept of flying to space, it ain't really even flying to space. It's just them trying to say that they're beyond y'all or something like that. But nonetheless, it's just how they think. You feel me? So a lot of things you just got to be careful. You know what I'm saying? What you're celebrating and what you're getting credence to. And we're gonna talk about the real credence. You know what I'm saying? Too, especially when it comes to the astrology on the Native American aspect, and y'all each zodiac sign, and how y'all zodiac sign correlates to that a specific astrology sign. So W chat, right? W chat, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Renew birth and shit like that. Shout out to Yaya. Uh I can't shout out to Yaya and shit like that. But yeah, you know, shout out to the Peach and stuff like that. They be playing with my numbers too. So it'd be a lot of people watching me. So make sure y'all do comment, like, and share this shit too, because as YouTube is kind of like infiltrated and stuff like that right now. And if you ain't like in some type of thing where you're buying ads, they can give a fuck about you educating your community and shit like that. But this is what the platform was built off of, even all the way down to a dance. You know what I'm saying? You was getting educated. A lot of people was getting educated, you know what I'm saying, by the Soldier Boy. People got educated on him, his background and shit like that, you know what I'm saying, how we dance from all over the world and stuff. So it's always been a community education platform for you. You know what I'm saying? So we got like ads and stuff coming on. So they trying to get a little bit more. It's the new TV. So people trying to get a little bit more control over this type of situation and stuff like that, for the most part, because it don't really necessarily go with this system and stuff like that. You know, but that doesn't really matter, because every time is always going to have to be a new shift, a new time, a new birth that we going through. And we live in a world, regardless of what man create to be very unnatural. Naturality is always going to play out in some type of context, in some type of way. So, you can front like it ain't gonna happen, but you always gonna get summer, spring, winter, fall, and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? You always go get the sunrise and then things to study about it. You know what I'm saying? For your benefit of you knowing what the fuck is going on and shit like that. And you gotta understand, if you in America, you kind of been colonized. It was one way the natives looked at what was going on, you know what I'm saying, as far as the world, the sun, and how things were. And you got people that invaded that said that wasn't good for them and their business. So you got two things that's going on, you know what I'm saying, in the Western world and stuff like that, when it comes to just y'all naturally picking up on the spiritual vibes and this being the place that it is. You know what I'm saying? Why it was built off the Bible witchcraft to get rid of Native Americans and, y'all beliefs, and put that all under one belief and shit like Jesus. So even wait on the Lord and shit like that. That's waiting for y'all to get y'all land back, or you know what I'm saying? And all of them tactics and mixing muss and fucking killing and stuff like that. All that shit was done on Native Americans. So, it really don't even matter when it comes to the context of, the Bible and trying to filter a spiritual system through that. Regardless, you're going to feel the energy to filter it through you in general, because you're on the soil of what the Native Americans and the what we came out of and shit like that. And I'm part Choctaw, and I'm also part Uchita. So that's like the Caddos and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Them type of individuals and stuff. So, since you're gonna be through here, it's always gonna filter through. Always gonna try to filter through you in some type of way. You know what I'm saying? You just got people trying to control that, right? You know what I'm saying? So especially if you got in your blood, and they don't believe it in the first place. So what they try to do is take it, blow it up, and destroy it, and make it look like you was doing something all negative, all wrong. And it's their point. It's their way of playing your spiritual God or something like that. You know what I'm saying? And making you look like that guy that you were serving. And don't be under one of their templates, like Christianity or something. You getting it hard like Diddy or something. Diddy don't know what he did. He don't know what he did. He don't know why he don't get the same grace that he know these people that's in these companies get. He don't know why. So, damn Diddy, grand with me, fan with me, stand with me. I don't even like the Washahu land gritting, right? So, yeah, but getting back into this original context that we all get in today is going to help y'all get into, the purified, the astrology-ness, because like I was saying when I started this live a minute ago, it's really about the native Aquarius is another version of that, where they're trying to update that and stuff and make everybody participate in it. So it can be like they children get to participate in doing what y'all did naturally and stuff like that. Even stealing y'all knowledge, even to stealing some of the real native knowledge and trying to put it in a shit in they form. And now it is what it is. So, yeah, so I gotta go grab these groceries real quick, and I'll be back. Grab these groceries real quick, then I'll be back. Let me go ahead and play some Cito for y'all real quick. All right, I'm about to go out and get it right now. Yeah. When they practice racism, we practice racism. We got a great system. When they practice racism, we practice racism. We got a great system. Be like that now. When they practice racism, we practice racism. We got a great system. Yeah. Shit, you gotta tell your son when he's 6. He don't even know psyops getting done for the mix. See, I love the boy, and I put the whole damn world in his hands. And his cowboys over there got real hate for the man. And I ain't need nothing to hate on. 24, we can't get along. Old ass game banging grandparents think they ain't get it wrong. Can we all just get along, share space like state name. Boy, gon' die one day. Accepted that when I was 18. Oh, I gotta be that now. Why you gotta be that wild? Tripping off on a moon day. You know that's gonna come back around. You know I love you straight to hell, right? I'ma say what I feel like. You know the whole music industry ain't shit unless it's kills, right? You niggas need a whole sweat lodge. They acting like I went and met God. Said something real simple. Wanna violate the tempo. Say that shit for the hoes, man. Why you two with the bros, man? What about the whole family? Let me show you what it can be. Native land. When they practice racism, we practice racism. We got a great system. When they practice racism, we practice racism. We got a great system. Be like that now. When they practice racism, we practice racism. We got a great system. Yeah. See my daughter hate. To keep it real, I can't be sort of fake. And if I use my time to make up my mind, what can I make? I gotta get them tools. You know that shit wasn't really real in school. And all the time we get and get back some crumbs. That shit is ruled by a couple people covering their tracks. You know, run that shit back. Make sure you pay what you owe. And we'll seal the deal. Exposing all the insecurities that you ain't sit back and heal. Blocking me. Well, you know this track is worth a fucking $1 million. I ain't paying. Give me my guala, nigga. Think you a scholar, nigga. Uchi Walla, nigga. And we grown adults. I ain't playing around with no Tyler, nigga. Let's make the earthquake. No, I ain't Tyler, nigga. And you. All right, my bad. I had to get these little groceries real quick. But check this out, though. Check it out. So, like I was saying, damn, what the fuck was I saying? I think I was just talking about meaning and giving shit meaning and shit like that. And, you know, getting into these situations of, let me see if I can pull it up. Let me see if I can pull it up really quick. Because we got to get this motherfucking community together. We getting it together slowly but surely. Let me see. Even still, the one that naturally and stuff like that, even stealing y'all knowledge, even to stealing some of the real native knowledge, trying to put it in their shit, in their form. And, you know, now it is what it is. I'm trying to think about that's when these companies get, you don't know why. So, damn, like that guy that you were serving. And don't be under one of their templates. Yeah, I think I was just talking shit. I think I was just talking shit. But yeah, what I was saying, you know, don't be under one of their templates and shit like that, because you will be fucking lost. That's just the thing. Like, even if you you know, it's all about. Oh, that's what I was talking about, through the energy filtering through you, no matter where you at or what space you in or whatever. You're gonna be able to filter that filtering and feverance for everybody to be spiritually free is always going to be the voice behind, you know, what is. And a lot of that shit came from Native American culture, because that Native American culture was the only people that can do that and done that in a way where it was just done without being overly manipulated and stuff, you know. So is you just going, when you over here, you're going to get that spirit of what they did, you know what I'm saying? But a lot of blood was shed for that. So, you know, a lot of that imagination is still here, and things, and the Native American spirits really can't do nothing about nothing in the spiritual realm and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? The Native Americans got that sold up. So that's just another thing that you can look at it too. Like, well, you got to kind of be tapped in for that message. But, you know, you can see it even through me. Like, my phase, like, it filtering is, I've always had the same sentiment, but it filtered through different phases of my life. But it's really, at the end of the day, it's really just finding what spiritual growth and spiritual awareness is, and what finding spiritual growth and spiritual awareness truly is. It's just you being able to become more aware of the shit you doing and put that to test, and being able to change and shit like that. And if you're not doing that, you kind of running, you kind of giving meaning to the same shit. Like the same shit matters to you or has the same meaning to you. So the people that are around you that be stuck in the same cycle of having the same meaning to something or whatever, that's just the cycle they're gonna be in and stuff. And I ain't saying that's wrong or right, but the matters at hand is gonna be what they're into, and it could lead to positive or negative. So that's just that wrap up knowledge, and just filtering. Like even if you like, oh, that was the point. Even if you was Christian, like it's gonna filter through you through that way. And they already then kind of like put some of the Jews from the Native Americans in this shit, because that's when they was over here and building relationships and shit like that. So this is why, because I don't want to hear anybody talking about what a black person gonna do. There ain't no such thing as black. Ain't no such goddamn thing as black. It's either what is your ethnicity? What's your ethnicity? What's your background? Okay, if you don't know it, you just don't know it. It got to be something. It got to be African. It got to be Haitian. It got to be Jamaican. It got to be Native American. It got to be, why you dark like that? And all ethnicities have light and dark too, and shit like that. So that's another thing too. Like, so we just mix and mingling and shit like that, and over here in this new way. So, but yeah. So let's get to the information that we're gonna get into today. All zodiac signs and the native astrology wheel, which is we're gonna pull that up. We're gonna get into it. Okay, we're gonna get into that thing. Let me just download a good picture of it. I was having this one. Maybe I can go to my Instagram. Other than that, happy Mars. We got Mars retrograding in Cancer. So there's going to be another energy that's going to be prevalent right now and stuff like that. So, we all motivated to, get comfortable with our feelings around shit and our feelings around what we really want to do and shit like that. So, because we want to feel worth something we're fighting for and stuff like that. And if we don't feel that energy, whether and it filtering through like some type of talent that we can be close with, friend, person, place, or thing, what I'm saying? That's when we might start to have a lot of negative energies built up within us. And that's something that we don't want, right? I'm pretty sure that's something you don't want. I'm sorry for being extra close on the screen. I'm kissing y'all and shit. Stars to us mean different stuff. Yeah, shout out to this guy. You know what I'm saying? He said he's from somewhere and shit like that, But yeah, stars don't even mean the same thing. These stars don't mean the same thing everybody think to me either. You know what I'm saying? So I feel you, Y'all probably got y'all. And that's the thing. Native Americans had different ways, but kind of the same principles and stuff. You know what I'm saying? So some of them had, just different ways of looking at this shit. But we about to get into this shit really quick style on y'all ass and stuff, because this shit ain't hard. You know what I'm saying? Understanding this Native American astrology ain't hard and stuff, because you'll be looking at it like, okay, it's a whole nother thing. So I'm a beaver too, or something like that. I'm a beaver. It's like, you ain't even really supposed to look at it like you that actual thing. It's that energy of that thing just representing that space that energy come from. And then you got the Native Americans, because we more in tune with nature. So we kind of made the one off of the natures and shit, and the shit that come out of the shit that come out of the water at that time. And hold on, let me share the screen. Let me share the screen. We got the ones that we looking at, the ones that come out of the water at that time and stuff like that. And so coming out of the water, you can look at that as like just having influence. You know what I'm saying? So something can influence you. You know, it ain't like when you go to work and stuff like that, you touching every person there, but you know they there and you know they aware. You know what I'm saying? So what is that? Is that something that's a creature? Which gets us into the aspect of the motherfucking live, so you can know how to connect with your motherfucking Native American zodiac sign and the rest of them. Okay. So now the Native American astrology signs. This is what shapes a creature's intelligence, right? And what shapes a creature's intelligence is the environment that is in, its ability to see and feel. So, you know, regardless of these animals that's playing these characteristics out, the natives are seen this way as them acting their characteristics out, that they had a creed, or they were like, you know, the tribes and shit like that. And all of that shit. And then when you get to plagiarism and stuff, then you got them adding on to native astrology with their zodiac wheel and shit like that, making men and stuff, putting their angels and demons and all of that shit. That's when you get to the weird shit. But when you just looking at the nature sign of this beautiful wheel up here, you know what I'm saying? This is how, you know, they were correlating it through and understanding the creed. You know what I'm saying? And the creed is, you know, the creature that in the natures that we may be in during that time, whether it's spring, you know what I'm saying? So you're starting something, you know, and you got the spring animals, you know, you got the falcon, the beaver, and the deer, you know, the falcon hunting, that's spring season, starting that season, going to start, get food, beaver, you know, learning how to hunt on his own and build dams and shit like that. But yeah, let's get into it one by one, so motherfuckers can be aware, so you don't have to, like, you know, you don't have to freak out and stuff. So number one, the first one on our list today is the Native American falcon. So that's Aries. If you got the falcon sign, then you a motherfucking Aries. Are you surely with using the term Native American? What I don't know what, but anyway, falcon, you know what I'm saying? Falcon, you know, this is your ability to start expressing and shit like that, you know, this cardinal fire sign and shit like that. So the symbolism of the Native American signs, like I said, it'll represent the same thing Aries is, as far as the cardinal fire and being able to initiate a new way of seeing and feeling or expression and stuff like that. But the creature of it would be the falcon. So when you got the head space and you in your head space, you know what I'm saying, that's your height. So you can kind of look at that, like when you in that chakra, you're flying, you know what I'm saying? And so that's one thing is the Falcons they got very good vision. So vision, that's Aries, you know what I'm saying, that's first. So being able to have vision. So let's say what's in Aries right now, the moon was just in Aries. So you know what I'm saying, for the most part, the moon is in Aries today. Right. So if we got the moon in there, you know what I'm saying, we'll be trying to express our own vision. You know what I'm saying? That's dealing with us, our head space, you know what I'm saying? And finding ways to be able to have high angles, but attack things on ground type shit. So bring y'all like something new and shit like that, where it's new, you can feel it, but it can separate it just as quick and go back to its high space and shit like that. And that would be the Aries, you know what I'm saying, energy through that fire aspect of, you know, the ram and shit like that, you know, and that's what they got. I think that's what they made it, but it would be the Falcon and Native American. So shout out to all my motherfucking Falcons out here and shit like that. If you a Falcon, you know what I'm saying? Now you got your Falcon badge from Kelsey through the Spirit Coach. Okay. All right. Let's keep it going. Now, Taurus. Okay. Taurus and that zodiac sign and how that energy will play out through the aspect of the Native American astrology will be the same days as Taurus, but it's the beaver. Now, the beaver is a ground animal and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So, if you know anything about beavers, they're good with wood. You know what I'm saying? So they're good at having patience, and they come out in spring. So they're dealing with growth and learning how to protect and learning how to build lodges and shit like that. And also their teeth is very powerful and shit like that. So, Taurus is the teeth and the smile and the taste and shit like that. And the things that, you can utilize as resources and things to get stable, just like the bull or just like being supported. So that would be the aspect of, that. But they're ground animals. They know a little bit about being in the water. They can be in water for a minute too. So that's that moon exalted in Cancer, but yeah, so that's the beaver, just very grounded animals that can utilize resources. So that's Taurus. Taurus also represents resources and values and utilizing things, the value of that to stabilize yourself or dealing with something that's grounded, something like, or some hardship. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to all my beavers out there. Here's your beaver badge. You feel me? So the Taurus and shit like that, So this is low key a little initiation and shit like that for all my young Sito tribe out there. Okay. Now let's talk about the deer. So if you a Gemini sign, your sign would be the deer and stuff. So deers, Gemini and deer. You might find a deer where in your local community. You know what I'm saying? So Gemini represents community, being local, what I'm saying, being in the local natures and being able to also find food, sniff around. They got a strong sense of smell. So that's Gemini likes information, communication. So that's sniffing out information. And also, the antlers are significant in the sense of, what our thoughts and stuff like that and how we carry ourselves, it play a part a lot in our bone structure. So if you got a discombobulated mind and stuff like that, and you ain't living right in life and stuff, your feet might be like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I ain't saying this for everybody, but I'm just giving you an example of how like it play out. Like if you sluggish in your mind and stuff like that, you might sit back like this and stuff, but if you got something that you want to be presentable about, so it's about taking that internal idea that condensed to the physical, but because they're with antlers and stuff, you can also see the outside of that. So that's that two-faced Gemini and two antlers type shit. You get what I'm saying? So if you a deer, if you're a deer sign, you Gemini, you got the deer energy and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Throw your apple. You know what I'm saying? You got a badge. You got a badge, real shit. All right, so you run with the pack and stuff. You in the community. You got the antlers that represent the internal masculine and shit like that. And also you fight with those too. You know what I'm saying? So you fight with your ideas, your words and stuff like that. Or that type of shit. Or the shit that create them words and stuff. But deer are very smart animals. So shout out to, they remember faces, they know how to all type of shit. Shout out to the deer. Okay. You got your badge. All right, now Cancers in native astrology, you are the woodpecker. Okay, so what does this mean? So woodpeckers, obviously, we know about the woodpeckers and shit like that. Woody woodpecker. So you just know you don't really take nothing too serious and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? You like to be comfortable in how you feel and stuff like that and be in your feelings and things like that. That's probably where they got that from. But for the most part, woodpeckers are lonely animals and stuff like that. They're monogamous in the way that they live. so they be alone a lot. So um, so they have to learn how to get comfortable, with being alone, and that's one aspect of Cancer. With crabby, you can be crabby. That's their version, or comfortable. You know what I'm saying? With the woodpecker, they like to carve little holes in the trees and go in there and shit like that, and they like to stand alone too. So that's building the ultimate comfortability, and they also build a nest every year, a new nest and shit like that. So in every Cancer season, you probably gonna see like woodpeckers and shit like that. Summertime type shit, beginning of summer, hear them or something like that. That's woodpecker season. Okay, so this is getting you into the aspect of learning how to be within the energies of these energies without having to overthink how you got to feel about a sky man in a dress or some shit like that. You get what I'm saying? It's just natural shit where you can just kind of feel the energies and shit like that. Summer, it's gonna be like that hotness. It ain't gonna be as separate as it is right now. It's gonna be a little bit more hot, more intense, more dense. You know what I'm saying? More tropical. That's that woodpecker season. But Cancer, you get what I'm saying? Getting close and stuff like that, getting comfortable, type shit, type shit, type shit. You feel me? Remember that. All right. All my Cancers, you got your woodpecker badge. Okay, okay. All right, now let's move forward. Now we got salmon. You feel me? We got salmon for Leo and shit like that. So if you're a Leo, then this is your zodiac sign in native astrology, salmon. Now, salmons obviously, they come out all the time, but we get the ones the ones that like to jump out in the sun and shit like that. They got the pink insides, so they like to be, that's already like expressive color, you know what I'm saying? Or it's like being able to, you know, be seen, be expressive. But they also change colors too, salmon do, and they're water-based animals. So Leos, y'all like to be in y'all feelings a lot, and y'all like to feel, and then y'all like to jump out the water and be seen whenever y'all ready to and stuff like that. So um but yeah, they change, y'all change colors, y'all creative and things, and it's a lot of times depending on, even if you are a Leo that is silent, you know what I'm saying? People can see like you doing that silent in a dramatic way. You say you being silent, you being dramatic by being silent or something like that. They're gonna find a way to get your feelings, but that's the water creature and the salmon, um, you know, animal and shit like that. So I understand when something is in, when Leo and stuff, we always gonna be in some feeling or some feeling energy or some type of one to be seen or some type of one to jump out the water type shit. Okay. And that's just expressing, taking what's internal and making it external. Okay. So Leos, you're salmon and you got your badge. Okay. From the Chief Cito and shit like that. Oh, shit. All right. Now let's move on. The Virgos and all my Virgos. So your zodiac sign in Native American astrology is the bear. So why they correlated to the bear? Okay, so God damn it, the bear is, what is a bear? It's scary. So first of all, Virgo is an earth sign, so they always worry about security. So if your ass gonna come across a bear and shit like that, okay, you gonna feel like you need to be in some security. Okay, so um, so they like stability, security, routine, and stuff like that, and having a situation that they can count on and stuff. That's Virgos in general. But the bear, how they compared it to the bear was that the bear is about security. They're very nurturing. Also, Virgos are very nurturing. And, there's a thing that Virgos do that everybody know is they stock up on a lot of food before winter. And Virgo is the season right before, well, the 30 days right before fall season, before you enter fall season, which is harvest season. And what do the bears do? They harvest and they take that back and so they can be able and comfortable and secure over the winter. So this is the fall and winter. So this is um why Virgos represent the sign bear. Okay, so bear, you got your badge, all your Virgos and shit. Next, now we getting into Libra, where we're getting into the flesh eaters and shit like that. So and don't take this literal, but when it comes to ravens, you can, because ravens, y'all know about ravens. Ravens know how to do. They're smart, they're intelligent, they know how to hold funerals and shit like that. They know how to talk a little bit and stuff. They a dark bird and shit, but they the darkest amongst the birds and shit. So you can look at that, like Libras being an air sign amongst the other air signs. You got Aquarius and shit like that. You saw them be them type of birds, and then you got Gemini, and so they may be them type of birds, even though they're birds. But just look at it. Libra, when you get into fall season, you're gonna see a lot more crows and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna start seeing that more. And for the most part, like I said, these eat flesh. So that idea and correlation is just being able to take from what has manifested as the harvest, the physical, and and whatever has died over the summer, because something is about to die. You know what I'm saying? Ushering in that area. What's about to die? The sun. So this is the sun going above the horizon. You know what I'm saying? From your 7th house to your 1st house, all the way back to your motherfucking lower houses and shit like that. When we get to that 6 p.m., 7 p.m. Libra hours and shit like that, and the sun connect back to the equator type shit. And then now you see the sun going below, and we start to get more in our feelings darkened, right? Okay, now you get the raven analogy. So this is just having a thought that can be related to higher natures and lower natures and shit, and seen as a little bit more on the ground, and but something that's can be dark but still can be in a scene in a high light. So Libras know how to be very relatable, you know what I'm saying, on a one-on-one basis, and obviously you might not know what a Libra into if they lean too much into a Scorpio side. So yeah, so Ravens, all my Libras and shit like that, here's your badge. Okay, here's your badge. Now we're gonna move on and talk about the snake. Okay, so the snake, obviously the snake is Scorpio, so shout out to my Scorpio and shit like that. This is gonna be your energy. So you got the cold-blooded type of energy, you know what I'm saying? So this is your ability to be able to fixate on your own emotion and feeling about this, and be separate from the world, and maybe express yourself where it may come off a little detached, but it just may be how you feeling right now. And if a person can't understand that, then they may feel you may need to transform that and stuff like that. So Scorpios kind of got to be a little, they need a little bit of toxicity, a little bit, you know what I'm saying, to kind of know what they're doing and shit. So, also the snake can manipulate for motion. So this is that type of energy, like how they move and shit like that. And, snakes also are nocturnal animals, and they can see in the dark, which kind of represents what time is it when Scorpio season comes. Okay, it comes at the middle of fall. So this is the middle of fall season, and this is where you gonna experience most of that energy. People moving weird, or you not knowing what's behind the scenes, or what I'm saying, people moving snakish. Okay, boom. So this is their analogy on a lot of this shit. A lot of these animals just started at this time type shit, like started to become aware. And these, just like humans and shit like that, it don't matter, it's a spirit in every vessel. Just like humans had to fight to be able to sustain existence and stuff like that. We had to we really come from nothing and shit like that. So we're only animating these bodies and shit like that. And so it's other spirits animating other bodies, but they're just a different type of spirit, or that's what they wanted to pick, or that's what their spirit is aware enough to be able to pick and stuff. But it's still intelligence behind it, because it's a creature. and they show you intelligence by their credence and stuff, and how they survive. So, the animal form of the human is just the same thing. It's the same thing. We are rare, like a species too that has a intelligence and stuff. But just like it's intelligent, more intelligent um um animals and shit like that, you're gonna have that in there and stuff. And so you, depending on what animal that has that power of intelligence, or the power um of whatever that makes the other animals fear them and whatever, that's up to that animal to do what it was and what it's gonna do, you know. So then at that point we can judge like what type of animal that is that's using their shit, and then see down the line later is like, is that right or something? You know what I'm saying? And then how that'll go, that'll be how we run each pack. Okay. So yeah, so Scorpios, y'all, the snake. So y'all got that darkness, that wisdom, being able to sustain cold weathers, being cold blooded, you know what I'm saying, which is not negative, but just being able to separate your emotions from everybody else and what everybody else lost in, and see behind the scenes. Anytime you deal with cold, that's separate. You know what I'm saying? Anytime you deal with fire, you know what I'm saying, that is or hot, you know what I'm saying, that's it's not separate, but it's more close. It's more warmth. It's more together and shit like that. You feel me? That's why when they're cold in your house, you get a blanket. It's more internal type shit. All right, moving on. Moving on. What's up, everybody in the chat and shit? All right, so the next one we got going on is Sagittarius. So if you're a Sagittarius, you will represent the owl sign. And now, what do the owls do? So this can kind of tie you to the owl natures. Also, you got the Sagittarius. Their archetype. The horse and the man and the archer and shit like that. Being able to, aim and go the distance. So that represents their ability to be far out, travel. Or being able to separate themselves in ways where it can seem wise to do so, and sometimes it look like they escaping type shit. But for the most part, so it's about expansion with them and learning and wisdom and stuff, so they can know how to separate wisely. Other than that, they are convinced themselves that they're separating, but this, you will look at them and the same thing will be going on, and you get to know if they're actually going about something wise or not, or they're at the moment just using you to run away from it. So it can be like that. And if it's like that and they're using you to run away from it, then you may be in a position where it's like you can see them and shit like that, and once they get looked at as like they're not being wise and they're stupid or something like that, and they come to that conclusion on themselves, you know what I'm saying? And that's when they start getting that's when they start getting more in their higher octave Sagittarius, which is expansion, which is not using the situation to run away and convince everybody else you ran away from the situation to do it, but do it little by little, and people can see some sense behind it. And that's how you can see Sagittarius. But for the most part, we talking about the owl sign, and this is the ability to see in the dark. You feel me? You can see in the dark. So anytime you can see, when the dark, that's the ability of seeing the darker natures, or the below the seventh house. So that's the darkness. That's 10 p.m. to 12 a.m. So that's seeing in the dark. Where we gain a lot of wisdom about the day and shit like that. And we know it's over and shit. And what can we do better going into the next day and stuff when we about to hit the 12 soon. But so that's one of the parts. They also, owls eat lower animals too,
like scorpions and shit like that. So they come from that higher perspective and grab from the lower natures. So the lower natures represent our body. The lower natures that we live in represent our body, the physical plane and shit like that. And the higher natures will represent, the higher mental chakras and shit. And they all manifest as representations of our actual body. So remember that. But yeah, so the owls see in the dark. They like eating shit on the ground, so that's that connecting with that lower nature. And, um, one of the most things about the owl, they can turn their neck so they can see around, they can see the surrounding, like Sagittarius. They got that scattered view where they can, kind of see the overall mission, the overall positivity. They can see the whole all sides of it from a higher perspective, right? So that's, they can turn their neck like all around and shit like that. So real like, but yeah. So these are just allegories to, like I said, certain energies that represent the time. All right, now goose. Oh yeah, my bad. Here you go, your badge. Here you go, badge. You Scorpion badge, Raven badge. All my fall time signs. So ravens, snake, and owls. It's fall time. Bear, salmon, and woodpecker. Summertime. Deer, beaver, and falcon. Springtime. And now we about to get into the winter times, which is goose, otter, and the wolf. Now, when you talk about the goose, if you Capricorn, you're a goose sign. You're a goose sign. So, they assimilate that with the goat, So goats climb mountains, goats, you, I think anybody who be like, they the realist or something like that, they the goat or something like that, that's all Capricorn energy. Capricorn is about responsibility, realness, construction and things. But for the most part, we're talking about the goose right now and how that correlates to it. So, if you look into the natures of the goose and the creatures of the goose, like I said, pay attention to these the creatures, the creed. That's how the animals are significance of how you should be going about that energy of that time, especially if that animal is that time. It's a lot of things in nature you can look at that'll show you that. But these is just the way the natives came together with it. So, when we get into the nature of the goose is responsible. This is a responsible animal. You ever walked up to a family of goose? Okay, you about to get your ass squashed that and squashed that. Okay, so this is a land animal and stuff. They can fly a little bit, and they can get in water and too. But they mostly like, the ground and grounding themselves and having a higher idea. They're more so grounded, higher idea. So falcon, that's a bird like Aries. That's gonna be just a high ass idea or high ass active person. Goose gonna be a high idea, but it's gonna know how to get his 1-2 together, walking on his little 2 legs. Being a little bit knee length. Depending on how tall you are and stuff. And this is the mother goose or the mother of knowledge. Laying the egg. They're very calculated. Even the way they fly, they make a V shape when they fly, like intentionally. Like, did you know that? So they make the V shape and stuff like that to help them with their flight and travel. So they are very earth and grounded animals. So anytime something is in goose, that's what it's going to be. You're going to have to be, grounded. So like even right now, the goose. What's in the goose right now? The sun is in goose. My bad. Where we at and shit? I'm being spiritual realm and shit. I'm like, I don't even know where I'm at. But yeah, like where we at? The sun is in Capricorn. So the sun is in goose right now. So what I'm saying? You got to show qualities of goose. What I'm saying? You got to show that you know how to organize. What I'm saying? Let us motherfucking cross the street in peace and shit like that. Don't be running us over. Know some boundaries. Know how to stop. Real shit. Didn't a goose teach you that? All right. So that's what I'm saying. Boundaries, restrictions, limitations, discipline, mother goose energy. Okay. All right. And who the fuck is that? Nobody get no. I'm glad you can gladly leave your ass out of here. Real shit. You ain't Ceto tribe anyway. Who the fuck is you? All right. So moving on. You know what I'm saying? You come here to learn and shut the fuck up. Real shit was Ceto Zeus talking in this bitch. All right. Getting back on track. You feel me? But yeah, so just that tribal energy with the goose and shit like that, and being responsible, So like I just said, get the fuck out. Go flock with your geese and shit. Dumbass geese. Go flock with your geese. Squawk, squawk, squawk. Bitch, get back. Get back. You fucking human. All right? Real shit. Squawk. Real shit. Whack. Whack. All right, now let's move on. So now you know if you're the Capricorn, you're the goose. You got the goose energy, mother goose energy, papa goose energy, whack energy. Get your ass whack. Your ass whack. Get your ass out of here, boy. Stupid ass. All right. You just be retards on retards. Retards on retards. All right, now. So next we have the otter, and those are the Aquariuses. Okay, so Aquarius that's me, Ganymede, the most handsomest boy alive. If you look it up, that's why they tell you this one of Zeus' favorite people. You feel me? Zeus, feel me? So that's my sun and moon and shit like that. And then my ascendant is Zeus, so I am Zeus in the flesh type shit. If you get what I'm saying. But otter, you feel me? Otter is the land. Otter is a land creature. They're like a land water, half water, half land. Ain't that the water bearer? Half man, half land creature. The man, water bearer, the water. So that's the otter. They're like half and half too. Okay, so this is a creature that can withstand cold temperature. Right? It's the winter time. They don't mind swimming in glaciers and shit and all that shit and cold shit, you know what I'm saying? So that almost, you being able to have knowledge of emotions that can be far out. And remember, I said anything that represents cold represents distance. So you know what I'm saying? If cold, so even if like you online and shit like that, the and you may get shooken up. The reason why you may get shooken up and you online and stuff like that is because you may feel distant and stuff, or like you may feel like did not know what the point is, or something like that, or you might not feel familiar. And anytime we unfamiliar energy, we're in some type of situation where it's resistant to the space of familiarity. So therefore, you know what I'm saying. And anything you want to do, you want to kind of create the environment, you know what I'm saying? So you can, so it can be real. That way your friends can be there and your people can be there, and, so don't get too lost online too. All of y'all don't get too lost on your online. You're supposed to be doing online for real life. You feel me? You're supposed to be doing online for real life, and, always keeping your people around you and shit like that, because these people always going to remind you of the shit that you started out for and stuff like that. And, that unless you like me and you can really fly, by yourself and shit like that too. But, otters, they're not like a pack type of situation like the wolves are, but they like to be together and they like to interact, and they're very playful, and that's how Aquariuses are too and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Very playful, very communicative, knowing the emotion, the world, and knowing how to be distant and far out, amongst the other otters. They also have very sensitive whiskers, and this kind of helps them pick up on information. So like Aquarius can assimilate some information. They also have the thickest fur of damn near any animal too. So this is kind of keeps them in a situation where, your fur kind of represent your ability to, or your hair kind of represents the way you process knowledge. You know what I'm saying? So if you straight, you know what I'm saying, you got straight hair and stuff like that, you might give it to people straight, or it might be more logical based. You got curly hair, you may be more emotional based. You know, if you got thick hair, this is like when your way of thinking may be like more internal based. You know what I'm saying? More be internal based and shit like that. So you may can deal with like more internal currents and shit like that. And I think they can swim real low and shit, like to the bottom of the motherfucking place and shit. And you know what I'm saying? Squank, real shit, real shit, real shit. Shout out to the otters in this bitch. Go otters, otters. They use rocks as tools. Very smart. Real shit. Shout out to the otters. Shout out to the otters. You heard? Chat. You heard? All right, so you know that's the otter sign for the Aquarius. Now, last but not least, my motherfucking Pisces and shit like that. You know, y'all motherfucking sign is the motherfucking wolves and shit like that. So you know, Pisces, night nocturnal. They can be up all night. What they doing? What they doing? They running with the pack and things. So and it's the two fishies in the emotional world too. But you know, kind of fucking wolves be in that world too, that twinkle twinkle little world, you know, at night. You know, they can also travel through cold temperatures. So Pisces are far out too, you know, and they like to be communicative with others and know how to go the distance with others, especially like with snow sledding and shit like that, you know. So these are just all qualities of how the Pisces, you know, likes to be with amongst others because it's mutable water. So it likes to know its emotions and others. Like wolves are very, you know, sensitive and shit like that. And like they got that Jupiter, that ruled by Jupiter. So that would be the travel, you know, them being able to have long uh distance and shit like that, or well, not long distance, but them being able to have knowledge of things of what to do. That's why wolves can be smart and almost be leaders and shit. You can have a leader of the pack, which is next to Aries and shit. And yeah, shout out to my motherfucking wolves and shit. So here's your badge. Man, the otters badge. Everybody getting the badge today and shit like that. Welcome to Cashapp Calez, you know, for the motherfucking Native American astrology and shit like that. So now you know, so it kind of just takes the baggage off of astrology and stuff like that. You don't got to be thinking like, oh, what's this La La Land shit? You know, what's this Scorpion Man? What's this chin finger hand bird or something like that? You know, it can just get you the simple information of like how to look at it. So now you know it's the days of the week. And you know the days of the week hold the energy of the planet. So you know if it's the energy of the planet going that day. So like today, so like Mars, where's Mars at? Mars and Woodpecker and stuff. So, you know, so we like, so that's what y'all kind of see me doing that right now. Like I'm pecking through wood. I'm pecking through wood at y'all, and that's y'all brains right now. And I'm trying to create like a little circle in there and stuff. So y'all like come more comfortable, yeah, with like where y'all at, which is home, family, and stuff, and home Native American land. You get what I'm saying? Like it play out in it play out in everything. You feel me? Like everything. Like Native Americans do everything. That's why they can't do nothing but copy or use Native Americans to. They can't not use Native Americans in a way where they can just use their own shit. It's like they gotta use the shit. They either gotta show how he fucking a bunch of girls, like, or show like how they need to control this person from having their own knowledge, or show like it without their institutions, like it wouldn't be possible. Like they gotta show that, like it gotta be used with a Native American. If it ain't used like that, then you're not gonna get nothing that's just white and stuff that ain't got no Native American background to it and shit. You know what I'm saying? But for the most part, you know, that'll be the day. We'll see that. But you know, Mars is just like Mars and Woodpecker right now. Mars retrograde. So we got a Mars retrograde. So, you know, we getting really comfortable with your home, you know what I'm saying? Or, you know, we're igniting a new way of get comfortable with our home, reigniting a new way to get comfortable with our home or our family situations or our domestic situations. So we might feel like we've been kind of fighting with that for the last couple of days. And now we're trying to get back on track, you know what I'm saying, with things and be a little bit more centered and shit. But yeah, that's the motherfucking Native American astrology right there. That's the zodiac wheel for the Native Americans and how to see it and how to understand how things is going to be interpret out. So, you know, if you may, like I said, like, you know, I'm not actually a woodpecker, but for the most part, I'm utilizing resources. I'm doing what the woodpecker do, utilizing my idea of home and family and shit like that, getting some comfortable, utilizing some type of substance where it deals with earth. So it deals with practicality, you know, even though Cancer, the moon is exalted in Taurus. So, you know, Cancer itself don't really have no earth tidings to it except the opposition of Capricorn, you know, so it do got that little earth quality too, where it needs that for balance and that quality of Taurus. But for the most part, it's about being in that heat or starting to be in that heat or starting to build a new nest. You know what I'm saying? Where people can come and feel comfortable and shit like that about something. And so, you know, what you may feel comfortable, I'm doing as a woodpecker right now, or just being on the woodpecker energy on this Mars Day and Woodpecker Day, you know, or y'all would just say Mars and motherfucking what is it? What's this? Cancer. Yeah, them other astrology signs fading out. Shit. That's real shit. But you gotta want to be so yeah, so on the Mars and Woodpecker Day, you know, we get getting comfortable with showing y'all something new, you know, showing y'all how to be in a new space. And anything dealing with Mars is a birth or it's a passion and shit like that. So that's how the energies are filtered through you. You know what I'm saying? If you allowing yourself to be used as a vessel and to be used as something that God wants you to be. But yeah, that's stop sharing this and shit like that. We get back on track and things. And yeah, that was a motherfucking wonderful. I hope all y'all out live got y'all little badge. So we're gonna start going on missions now and stuff for your boys. You feel me? So and girls, you know, you feel me? So we're gonna do that and stuff too. Like we're gonna start going on missions, little Girl Scout cookies. You feel me, man? Little tying up little situations and stuff like that. You know, now we are now you a Cito and stuff. You get back regulated, you know, in the native aspect of your sign too, and stop overthinking, over exaggerating with astrology. Got to be. It's just you acting out something that's happening in nature. You know what I'm saying? Whether that's the sun in that position, all the way down to the things when it's in that position, it's always going to act out the nature. So that's why you're going to act out some of that nature where you're in that nature. For instance, we're in the natures of goose season. So the nature of the goose is under the nature of, well, it is coined under the nature of the start of winter. And it's just, you see them all out in the street, even though they be out in summer too, but you know what I'm saying? It's significant for this reason, for the reason of either they're thriving at this time, you know what I'm saying, when they're in this, the zodiac wheel at that specific point in time. It's like when they most thrive or something like that, you know? So when it's your birthday, you thrive the most, you know what I'm saying? And or when it's your zodiac sign, you thrive the most type shit. So you can be a motherfucking zodiac too and stuff. Don't get too narcissistic and do that though, because you know what I'm saying, I feel like we got some people in the world that really do that shit. Really do that. We gotta ask people, do y'all even know what change is? Like real shit. Do y'all even know what change is? Like y'all got a hard brain. Shit, like I'm woodpecker today. Real shit, hard brain. But yeah. Yeah, so So we gonna that's how we gonna rock today and shit like that, with this motherfucking live stream. And I appreciate everybody from sliding. Hopefully we get some more. I don't know. I know they ain't giving no grace. Yeah. I know Watch You Who and them ain't giving no grace and stuff like that. Niggas been waiting forever for them to change. They don't know what change is, so they don't know what change is. They just know how to change and make you think they change, and that be a new way to get you to realize that they ain't ever changed. You feel me? That's what they be on. They be on that type of time. So I ain't seen no type of situation yet that said that they can change. But you want to change, like I said, or you just gonna be stuck in the same matters and doing the same thing over and over. Yeah, it can be good. You can convince yourself how it's good in the aspect of you maybe being over the world and utilizing the material to make yourself happy or something like that. But when it comes to actually providing something for the world, that's not outside of you colonizing, you forcing people to do, and people ain't come to their own conclusions like, damn, this shit raw and shit like that. I want to be a part of that. I ain't never nobody that woke up, nobody or no Native American or no black person that woke up to the real what's going on and been like, oh man, I want to keep doing this shit. No, it literally be the other way. Niggas find a little fake spirituality online and niggas get to jumping ship. And everybody becoming salmon and shit like that. So, even everybody becoming a tarot card reader. We got white people, we got black people. So everybody want to do the American. Nobody want Native American way and should be spiritual and be free and stuff and get paid to do it and stuff. Nobody want to do that. But they got y'all manipulated, and then they really think the only reason y'all want to change is because of their money. So when they got y'all in that position of that y'all only want to change for their money and stuff like that, y'all ain't showing them that y'all want to change just because you want to become better each day. You know what I'm saying? Or you want to become more informed and get out of these things that, may be leading you to depression, to why you may pick up that drug, or why you may, binge watch, or why you may, shit be unproductive and not go to the studio or not, cook that meal and stuff like that. They want to put y'all in them spaces and stuff, because it's convenience, and it's better to do it. Well, to y'all, it's better to do that. And then you may be in the world and actually get paid to do that. So they got so many ways you can just get paid to chill and relax and do nothing. You know what I'm saying? So that should let you know it's a crutch. You're not actually out here being aware and looking at things and being like, oh, I'm coming to this conclusion because of this, having this information because of that, this and that, and this and that, and this and that, and this and that. You're not doing that. You're kind of doing some reverse, cha-cha, yeah. Cha-cha again. You feel? Yeah. But so we gotta really ask ourselves though, can people change for real, or is it just original the way it is? So like, is y'all just haters of the world and people and stuff like that, or is this, it's like that's just like an original like lineage like thing, because that's how y'all be coming off like, and shit like that. And I ain't talking to nobody in here. I'm talking y'all, people who know me, know what I'm on, know who I'm talking to and stuff like that. And they know how I be affecting these people. And that's why y'all be seeing them copy my videos and stuff like that and stuff, because they be trying to do, the native hobbyism and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Try to put my shit out and try to exclude me. They've been doing that for Native American tribes too. They get one Indian that's under their system and get them to play their energy, just get compensated with them, that Indian be so happy and stuff like that. They could be getting a piece of their crumb just to take it from them later on. And shit. And then the Indian that saw that go down was like, "You dumbass motherfucker. You're dumb. You just got used." You feel me? But it'll be all to make the Indian that's on his own, that's doing it on his own, not look like it's doing the right thing and look like other people are doing the right thing, but it's manipulated to look that way. So that's what you got to watch out too, because they be pulling them types of situations as well and stuff. You know what I'm saying? When they be watching stuff. So you heard this the type of shit. Thank you for coming to my motherfucking Cito talk. You feel me? Man, fuck Ted and shit. Real shit. Ted ain't talking about a goddamn. Ted ain't talking about a goddamn thing. I'm gonna tell you. Ted ain't talking about a motherfucking thing. And shit, I ain't never heard nobody. I didn't heard more game come off. You know what I'm saying? Y'all motherfucking channels than Ted. That shit, real shit. And that's the thing, you know. So fuck all this universal teacher shit. Let people teach amongst their community and let them get the clout forward and stop picking motherfuckers and giving them clout to teach dumb shit. It's like we got a world for the dumbass people in charge that don't want to change. And they don't want to change. So that'd be the thing. We got a bunch of dumbass people in charge who don't want to change. We got a bunch of dumbass people in charge who don't want to change. Let me say it again. We got a bunch of dumbass people in charge who don't want to change. I mean, it's business. It's business. Business is good. Head ass. Business is good. Stupid ass, boy. Get your dumb ass out of here. It ain't got nothing to do with nobody knowing nothing that can really help them better self. Everything got to do with them being in some type of concept of slavery, unless they're in there and y'all graces rubbing their hands about to kill some other people and stuff like that. That's the only thing. That shit ain't got nothing to do with nothing intelligent. It's just business. Boot ass. It's just business, boot ass. It's just business. My boot is so business, dude. I don't know what type of mind states these guys be in and stuff like that. But yeah, we gotta show them that like we can change and it not just be for money. We can change amongst each other. Like we can be putting out music amongst each other. We can be working together amongst each other. We can have craftsmanships amongst each other. We can put out, YouTube, and we can create a community amongst each other. And that'll be that pot and shit like that. And I'm already doing that with some individuals online that I'm linked with and the individuals that I be with in real life and shit like that. And, you know what I'm saying? Starting to conduct the Cito Trap and shit, the Cito network that I've been talking about forever, dude. You know what I'm saying? And God damn it, you can see this shit playing out through my motherfucking YouTube channel. And that's what the fuck it's about. Building this shit slowly but surely. Not caring about a motherfucking thing. You feel me? I'm trying to think, is there anything else more that I want to add? It's getting late though. So I think they about to start busting in on me and stuff like that. So and there it goes.
Dad,
What's up?
can you make us a peanut butter and jelly sandwich?
I'm busy right now. All right, he's gonna. He's. Oh, okay. Well, you just got to wait till I'm done. Don't do that. Don't do that. You want to say hi to everybody? People watching you.
No.
You don't want to say hi?
No.
Okay. Well, you don't want to say hi. All right. I'm going, guys. Bye.